Well, yeah, here we are. Another exciting episode of Life on the Ave. Patrick, I believe this is episode 67. 67, yeah. Mary Kate did 66 last week, so 67, dude. Shout out.
67 is a great number.
Any famous 67s?
What number was Chuck Bednarik, Eagles linebacker?
Oh, that's a good one.
Was he
57?
57?
65.
65?
Right? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Look,
John Runyon was 69. Yeah, well, number 60 it looks like.
So this is what I've been trying to get at right here, right?
Perfect.
So you see the vibes?
I do. Yeah, I love it.
So when Pat first started,
okay,
we've been doing this for a little while now, and I like to keep it like very like conversational, like kind of hang out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, my wife, she likes to be, quick and dirty. She wants to get in and get out, right?
Yeah.
So she wants people on for like 20, 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. This camera will time out at a half hour.
Perfect.
And then we'll, restart it again. But I envision like a Joe Rogan setup.
Yeah.
Coming, you hang out all year. We go chat with the neighbors, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, because a lot of times people come in and it's either like our first time meeting or like it's their first time ever doing anything like this, and they're just like super nervous. I'm like, dude, there's no reason to be nervous.
Yeah, loosen up a bit. It's no different than we were just hanging out before talking.
Exactly.
Except the camera's rolling now.
Yeah, just loosen up a bit. And it took a little while for our content guy Patrick to get it loosened up, but I think he's loosened up here a little bit.
Feels comfortable.
He's loosened up. So Patrick, could you do me a huge favor? Could we turn the TV on and maybe get some screen sharing going? Because we're gonna pull up some stuff on Jude DiGiacomo.
Cool. Hell yeah. Whatever we got.
Yeah.
Every now and then you just gotta
pull
Google
it up and check it out.
You know?
Yes, 100%. And I did some funny Googling here, so
right on.
So I'm excited for this one.
Cool.
But yeah, how sick is this? Right now we're literally like, do you listen to any Rogan?
I do. Yeah. I keep up with
like,
Rogan.
Jamie, pull it up. Yeah.
Pull it up. Yeah, and they made the T-shirt too. Of you ever see that shirt?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's a UFO. Not to plug shirts this early, but it's a UFO, and it says "pull it up," and it's like it might say Jamie at the top, and it's like an alien, because he's always referencing. Yeah.
I love that.
That's
funny.
funny.
Love that. That is so funny.
Perfect. Though.
Yeah. So Patrick will get his screen sharing going there in a minute. But episode 67, we're here with good friend of the program, good friend of the Garment Group, good friend of a lot of people, Mr. Jude DiGiacomo. DiGiacomo, did I say that correct?
Yeah, you got it down. Impressive.
It's a fantastic name.
Thanks, man.
It's a fantastic name. Mr. Jude DiGiacomo of FooDog Printing. So this is the part of the show where we like to give you your flowers. So we give you flowers a little bit, and then we'll just hop into it. So since 2020, FooDog Printing has been the apparel provider of local contractors, restaurants, sports teams, family gatherings. You name it, he can print it. Services extend from screen printing to embroidery on an array of garments. Our focus has remained simple. Create together. I love that.
Right on.
I love that.
That's cool to hear out loud.
I love that. Yeah. As a small business, FooDog Printing thrives on its relationships. All orders are discussed for the end result. It's more than just custom shirts, hats, or jackets. We want to know about your team and the event. Our interests lie in knowing you and your team are satisfied. The FooDog team will personally help accomplish any of your requests. Recurring orders are the best form of saying thanks. Heck yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, how's that feel to hear that?
That's awesome.
Anybody ever read your bio before?
No, I have. No, I think, when I wrote that, it was before ChatGPT came into the mix of like how to use AI and save time and writing it. So I think it took me like a ton of times changing the name of the company and all, and like you're coming up with like, how can I write this right? But no one's ever read it.
Yeah.
But it seems to be this.
Yeah, so you brought it up. There. So how did you get into the name of the company, FooDog?
FooDog Printing. So originally we were Printing Steel. I guess that's still the name. That's the legal entity name. And then Printing Steel.
Printing Steel?
Printing Steel, yeah. It was through like a Google recommended email address. It was me and my brother were looking for like inspiration on a name. We were just striking out and coming up with stuff. And I think there's an option if you go on Google and like you're creating a business account and one of the questions like, do you have a business name? And if you hit no, it might lead you to like some generated whatever. And so, yeah, we're like, oh, that's cool, whatever. And we thought it'd be even cooler to make it one word .com. So it's actually registered as printingsteel.com. So if you go to printingsteel.com, it goes to FooDog Printing.
No, really?
Yeah. So
Patrick, you want to double check that? If you go to printingsteel,
go to printingsteel.com. It better because I spend like $20 a year on that. I'd be pissed if it didn't.
Yeah. When's the last time you went to printingsteel.com?
I do go occasionally because sometimes I get emails. Like my email address from at that point in time was info@printingsteel.com. Yeah, it still leads there. So
boom. It works.
and
do you know how to screen share? Patrick? Wasn't working? What wasn't working?
On the Mac, is there an option with like
Yeah, it should be screen mirroring.
Yeah, and it looks like two screens, two like
so
squares,
screen
right?
mirroring, 55-inch Roku. Boom. 8498. There it is.
It's good confirmation.
Right? Yeah, now we can pull it up.
That's a pretty picture.
All right, ready? Yeah, now just drag it. Keep dragging to the left.
Nice.
Boom. There we go.
Look at that.
There we go. Nice.
So the design of the homepage, I actually will be honest, I stole from another print shop that I look up to.
Happiness Invitation's highest form of flattery.
Yeah, so that's my number one podcast listening to. It's called The Shirt Show.
The Shirt Show. Okay.
Yeah, and it's these two print shop owners, and it's Dylan from Upstate Merch, and then Andy from ShirtCon.
Okay.
And they have on other print shop owners, like designers and people who are in the industry. And it's cool to listen to because like there are local printers I talk to, and like we have a good way of like sharing advice, and like you get help from other like bigger shops to help with like certain size jobs or whatever. And to hear it just throughout the country that it's just like the same trials and tribulations, it's comforting in some sense. Alone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because like, you know, I do work most of the day by myself. Correct. So like, you know, I sometimes have staff, but not often. And, but I'm not going to talk to them about certain things. You know, it's like, you got to keep that between owners and, but whatever. I took the website. I took the website from a shop that I really like. So it's like the picture, the landing page, and then screen printing. You scroll down, then another picture, embroidery, and some stuff at the top, a little bit of services and all. And yeah, dude.
Boom. I love that. So, yeah. So what, and maybe we talked about it, right? So like, what is screen printing for those of you who don't know? So like whenever we talk real estate, Patrick's like, what does that even mean? Right? Like these terms and stuff like that. So what does screen printing mean?
So the word screen is because it's used, you're using a mesh, which is basically like a window screen. Essentially, it looks like that. Like if you held your fingers like that, that would be like the holes of the mesh.
Okay.
And so ink is
like a screened-in porch.
Screened-in porch. So if you can imagine that same mesh, just way thinner, and it can hold the detail of the print. So, you know, you coat it with some stuff, but that's side from the point. So the ink gets deposited through the screen printing. That's really it. So you can mass produce with consistency because the screen printing machine locks into registration, it's called, and that allows you to do multiple colors on one shirt. So it's not like you just, you know, throw the shirt into like a inkjet printer and it comes out. While that's a type of printing, like a direct to garment, it's not as efficient for, you know, a 24 shirt run or a 2400 shirt run. You would need a way to keep it calculated to be similar. So
gotcha.
Yeah, and you've seen the videos where it's the carousel that spins, the shirt gets loaded onto. That's called the pallet. Okay. And
you have an 8 one.
Right? So it's an 8 color, and an 8 station. 8 colors. I can do up to 8 colors. Okay, I've done an 8 color for myself just for like fun. Like I do like FooDog shirts like this one, stuff like that. But no clients really. I haven't come across it. Mostly like stays beneath 4, so 4 colors that is.
Gotcha. Yeah. But like eight separate stations. So like what we're looking at right now, like that's your thing, right?
Yep, that's exactly it. That's me standing.
That's called the pallet.
That's called a press. That's a screen printing press, and the shirt is on a pallet. The pallet's like in the foreground of the picture, and then behind me is like the dryer conveyor. It's like that belt that spins, and it goes underneath a infrared heater that cures the ink. So the ink is basically like a tacky. I wish I could say.
And it gives it that like feel to it, like it's a little bit like
raised. You could feel it for sure. Oh yeah, and then the shirts though that we did together with your the building out front. Have you washed that a couple of times? Have you felt that? So that one's water-based ink. Okay. So it's actually like blended into the fabric, and over time you won't feel it at all.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's 2 types of things. So
nice. Yeah. When I put that on next, I'm gonna have to
take a notice. Yeah, you'll feel it. You'll see what I'm saying for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to feel it. Because like these are, you know, certain things that you've like told to me before, but to me, like I just have no idea. I'm just like interested, hey, what's it gonna look like, right?
Of course, it has this final.
Yeah. But now that you've been doing some work with Patrick, and we've been doing a bunch of swag orders together and stuff. So it's always interesting to learn about another industry. And everything. And we had a great conversation about a week to 2 weeks ago, and I could really just feel like like when you talk to somebody who's passionate and also like pretty good at what they do, like and that's what I get from you. I get the sense that like you like throwing on the AirPods and then just like cranking through. What's a nice order to crank through? Like 100 shirts?
100 shirts is nice for sure. Anything, really any, because like the process is similar. You're setting up like the ink before the screen and all. Anything with like multicolor is cool because you have to register it.
Like your bread and butter, you're just like,
and you're printing, and that goes on the dryer. Then you go and grab it and fold them, and it looks nice. You take pride in it too. And I have a bunch of like shirts to test print on, so it's fun too to like. I have some shirts that have just like crazy images. Like I have like Garment Group like shirts from like 2 years ago or like a year ago, and then like a shirt that I'm testing right now. So it's just an insane looking shirt. But yeah, I guess you do go in like a flow state when you're.
So what? Yeah, just like messing around, you're just throwing like multiple prints on like the same shirt.
So just save the shirt, so like I can test it before, because I wouldn't just load up a brand new nice shirt and just start printing on it because inventory. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes it's not perfect. I have to like tape little holes and things happen. That you don't want to, but that's the good reason for the test. You're able to.
I love that.
Alleviate problems.
Yeah. So what? Like how do you even get started in this?
I guess like barrier to entry is pretty low. You don't need a dryer conveyor. The thing that's behind me, you really only need one station, and one color press, and they sell them. It's all very affordable to get in, even brand new.
Is that what you started out with?
No, I just got an old business. He was selling it on Facebook Marketplace.
No way.
And
you bought a business?
I guess in some regard, but not like any legal transfer of business name, stuff like that. Like it was like a Facebook Marketplace. And it was the whole setup: the press, the dryer conveyor, the heat flash, which you use to like cure the ink just a little bit before you put another color on top. Best example I give is like if we were to paint this black wall white, if we did a white layer or a white coat, it wouldn't be perfect. So we'd have to let it cure, dry, and then paint the white layer again. You know what I mean? So that's like the flash dryer. And then you need something called an exposure unit. Okay. And it's like a bright light, a UV light that burns the image onto the screen that you're printing. And then you need a washout booth. So that's how you can spray the water onto the screen. It softens up the emulsion. That's like a chemical that goes onto the screen. And then once that...
I appreciate you explaining these terms. Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm saying, because I'm running through my head, like when we bought the equipment, me, my dad, and brother got it together. And, you can just get like I said, you can just get a press and a heat flash. But we ended up just getting everything to have the business rolling. And
how much was that?
$4,000. Nice. $4,000 investment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like that's unbelievably cheap. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to start a landscaping business, but a nice lawnmower is probably like brand new, way more than that. But like if you were to buy even a used one, you're probably at like, I don't want to randomly throw numbers out there, but it's definitely of the businesses, I would say lower startup costs. So. And then I already had a computer, like I said, and then I think I actually got a used laptop just to like separate, like my own personal stuff and then like work. But then after a while, it just became like my personal computer, because it's just like easier sometimes to have everything in one spot.
So did you guys like have an interest in this, or like you just saw it?
Took the classes in high school. Our high school offered Garnet Valley High School.
Okay.
And it's a class called Graphic Communications. And so you learn screen printing and you learn offset lithography. That's what I asked Obi about, if he knew. Offset lithography is like printing business cards and like brochures, flyers. Gotcha. But it's an old machine. It's like the newspaper machine, really. And you can, like screen printing, mass produce a ton of prints. And everything's in reverse, like offset. So, it would read like garment backwards and it prints onto the paper, but it's forward. So we learned that. I don't know many shops that do that around here, but then the screen printing always stuck with me. I've always like loved when I went into a restaurant when I was a kid, like if they sold a shirt And that's like still one of my favorite things. Like if I go to a good place and it's like they have a cool shirt,
Yeah.
especially if you're in like a out of town place and you want like a memorabilia that's not like a keychain or.
Yep.
And it's kind of original too when you have like a shirt, right? There's something about it that's like I can wear this and like it's like a collectible. So I've just liked shirts in that regard. So it's just kind of
I'm thinking back. There's a few of like the funny shirts that pop into my mind immediately. There's a bar in Annapolis called Acme. Like similar, it's spelled the same as like Acme here. But it's just Acme in Annapolis, and the cool slogan it's like drink locally, live globally, or something like that. So I had an Acme shirt back in the day, and then my dad has one Siesta Key Oyster Bar, and that one says something along the lines of like nature's aphrodisiac, like enjoy your time in Siesta Key.
Of course.
Just like, you know, a funny.
But it's a Siesta Key shirt at a restaurant. Yeah, it's cool. There was that Annapolis for lacrosse tournament you were in? Back in the day?
I've been to Annapolis a few times. So one of my college teammates went to the Naval Academy beforehand. I was always interested in going to Navy, so I like Annapolis. And then I dated a girl in college who lived in the Annapolis area. So we went to
sensitive subject dating. No, okay. Mary Kate. That's so fun. Shout out Mary Kate. No, I was saying about Annapolis. I remember going there for lacrosse tournaments, and we would always go to, I think it was called Krabby Dick's. Do you remember that place? Mm-hmm. They had the coolest shirts. That actually, now I'm thinking about it, I should look up like if they still do that, if it's still like going on, because their shirts were hilarious. You know, like it would, because anything with Krabby Dicks, you can come up with like, a good vibe. So,
So you guys just like see this on there. And I guess like what were you doing beforehand? Just working in the family business?
No, so I studied accounting in college. I was in accounting. I was doing auditing. So I was
sexy. That's a sexy business.
Oh man, it was really cool. Like you learn a ton because you're like seeing the entire, I guess, landscape of a business, and I liked it a lot. It was cool. I was mostly auditing colleges. Yeah, so I was on
You're like,
college
these
campuses.
Are making hand over fist.
Wild, especially with
so much money.
The way you're funded through grants and things you just don't really think about when you're out of college, especially when you're a student. You don't even process that there's costs related to being at college. You know, how can they pay their own taxes and stuff? Or
did you audit Cabrini?
I was at Cabrini. Yeah, I was at Cabrini. I was at Lafayette.
You're like, you guys need
Westchester.
To sell this
Well, what's crazy is we didn't actually notice that at all. I guess like a going concern would be the name, like accounting term. But they did, when I was there, introduce the nursing program. And that was, I remember, like a really big investment. And they got a ton of donations. And it was like one of those things where like you're kind of looking around like, oh, that means like things are good, you know? So when I heard that news, I was really shocked. I was like taken back. But I guess enrollment went down. Was that probably the big reason? That would make sense why a school... Because there's really only a couple factors how like a school makes money. It's like donations and enrollment. And then, like I said, the grants from colleges. So I didn't really care for it too much. It was a lot of like hours. And then like you start, like the people I worked with were so cool. The company was great. And like the resources were good. It wasn't like you were at a job and everyone was like, what do we do? Like the technology they used was up to date. The computer, everything was just like sound to do a good audit. The thing that I didn't particularly care for was like looking at my computer all day. And like I'd be driving home like, oh man, what just happened all day? Like it's like 9 p.m. and I don't even recall from when I got in there. And
that's how I feel. Yeah,
you know, and that's tough.
Like,
yeah.
Did I get anything done today?
Well, the difference is you could just get up and go look at a property. You know what I mean? Like I was like confined to one place. Not to say that you were not confined, but I know. Yeah. So
they box you up in a cubicle.
Well, no cubicle. I guess when I was in the office, I was mostly on site at an audit, and we would engage with the client, asking for certain documents to just prove that the money they say they have is there. You know, and like the job of an auditor is to like, I guess, report on the financial statements that the company or the organization already like reported. So you're just like confirming certain numbers, stuff like that. Kind of forget. Wasn't really for me. My brother did accounting, and he had left. So he's a couple years older than me. He left accounting and then joined my dad's concrete company. And
Those are two different worlds.
Two different worlds. Although the thing about accounting is it's used in every business, right? So as different as it is, it's so similar. And so he joined, and the two of them had done like real estate projects together. They like flipped property maybe once, and so he was already like, he had interest in real estate, and so like concrete goes hand in hand. You do concrete on properties, right? So real estate, yeah. So then he was calling me like every morning I was driving to work, like saying how much fun they were having and all. And like, it was basically just like my dad and brother hanging out, you know? And I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm missing out.
It's like the SpongeBob Squidward meme. Like,
yeah, and I was Squidward. And I'm like in the window, like, and I'm watching the two of them dancing, hanging out. Although
Squidward wondering, what the heck am I doing at Lafayette today?
Yeah, come on. Like, I'm just sitting here behind a computer. And yeah, basically he was just like, dude, why don't you just leave and join us? And so I did. And then the only thing though is it's a seasonal thing, seasonal business. And in the winter, concrete slows up. So back to the story of how we bought it, my dad and brother were like, you know, you're going to need something to just like kind of like keep cash flow in the winter and make sure you have like a steady like side business, because like, you know, we're not always consistent with that with work, and also because the two of them already had like rental properties and things that were on the side that let them stay afloat in the winter and actually, you know, not have to like worry about that. So got the screen printing stuff from them. We all went in on it together, and then it kind of just became like my thing.
Nice.
Because I just really liked it, and I was just taking the reins on like customers, mostly printing for ourselves at first, like other construction companies, friends, family, stuff like that. And then, yeah, dude, the investment turned into me buying like different equipment and like mostly used stuff. I never bought anything. I think the stuff I bought new was like I needed to like heat press and stuff, but they're not too expensive.
Yeah. So when did you make the initial investment?
When?
Yeah.
In 2020, March of 2020. So right before the lockdown. Right before the lockdown. So it was like we knew COVID was happening.
Yeah.
And
you see this building right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a 4-unit building that we renovated and closed on this literally January 30th.
2020.
Yeah, getting ready to do a full renovation, and the world shuts down. So
yeah, you knew it's up.
Yeah, you never know.
Wood went up like crazy. Everything just went bizarre. Yeah. But it was good because I was no longer in that accounting job, and like I didn't have to deal with like the sacrifice of like, oh well, you know, we might have to cut your pay, or oh, you know, you're gonna have to work from home. Like I didn't know COVID happened in a sense because I was starting a new job that was so unfamiliar to me, all the while starting to learn screen printing. So the way I like kind of retaught myself is I was doing fundraisers online. So I set up an online store on the website, printingsteel.com.
Yeah.
And it was through a couple schools locally, and people would really inexpensive shirts I would sell, something on the front and back, like it would say the school name Strong. Remember that was like the thing. Yeah. And so I was donating all the proceeds back, but it was good for me to just get the like flow of an order, get their email address,
repetitions.
Exactly, and practice all while getting paid to practice. You know what I mean? It's not like I was just doing it like trying to come up with my own costs. So it was great, dude. It kept me busy, especially when the concrete was slow, and they were like, you know, like, why don't you just stay back and print? And so that was somewhat helpful for somebody starting a new business in COVID. You know, how can you make the best out of it? And so it was just like, all right, I'll help people out, shirts, people buy them, donations, and all. So
I love that. I love that. Yeah. And it sounds like your dad, you know, definitely pushed you in this direction. Do you get good support from your parents?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely great support. My mom is an art teacher.
Okay.
So the artistic side,
it's all starting to make sense.
Yeah, and my sister's an art teacher too. So
all starting to make sense now. Okay.
The cool part about screen printing is it blends that like you're allowed to be creative. You can come up with designs, but also like any business, you have to be like, you know, rigid in your thinking and like more, I guess, I don't know, decisive, right? Not that artwork, you don't have to be decisive, but it's somewhat, you know, up to the artist to come up with their own thing. Yeah. So it's cool. It's a good mix for sure.
Where are your mom and sister art teachers?
So my mom is an art teacher at Our Lady of Angels in Morton.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And my sister is an art teacher in Exeter Township, and she just moved to Chester Springs. The school name I don't remember off the top of my head. It might be Exeter School District.
Far out.
Yeah, it is far. I haven't been out that way in a while, but it's always cool. Like you're driving for a while, nice farms and all. So
yeah, shout out to them. That is the Lord's work, because I remember I've a vivid memory. My fourth grade teacher was like our art teacher for like the whole little school, St. Francis de Sales in Lenai, Miss Samahad. We're still friends on Facebook, so
Right
shout
on.
out to Miss Samahad. But yeah, she was absolutely like amazing, and yeah, I did. I still I'm a fantastic colorer.
Right on.
I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
color with the best of them.
Yeah,
World
yeah.
ranked there. And I can throw on the wheel. So when I went to Haverford, I could throw on the wheel.
That's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
Do you have one today, or do you get?
Nah, I haven't thrown in like years, but
Yeah,
like it's like riding a bike. Like
Yeah, it's
I'm sure I
hard
can
though
get
to be
back
good
on
at it.
yeah.
It's impressive. Like it's like you think it's simple. You just press your foot on the pedal and spin it, but like you need to keep it centered because if it's off center, it'll start flying around.
Yeah.
You should get one, dude. It's actually not expensive. I use one to mix my ink.
Oh,
So the ink sits on it and it spins, and I just hold the spatula. It's gets the ink spun up, clean, ready to use.
Boom.
But dude, I think it was like $200 on like Amazon. Yeah, I'll send you the link if you're trying to get in like a new hobby. And I'm sure you got all the free time in the world.
All the free time.
Yeah.
All the free time. But yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, so you got the artistic side from mom and sister, and then how long has your dad been doing construction? Concrete?
He started the concrete company in 1991, so over 30 years. But
That's
construction
badass.
his whole life, like through him, his family learned it. Yeah, it is. It is a tough, one of the hardest, I think. Like, I guess roofing, I think, might be harder because it's a little scarier, like up high. Like concrete, you're like just on the ground, like you would be every day. Like when you're on a roof, it's like I think that's terrifying going on a ladder.
Correct.
But not to like compare trades, obviously, like with like difficulty. I'm sure they'll all have their like own hard piece to it, but concrete especially just physically demanding. There's a lot of things you can't use equipment for, but once you have the right equipment, it makes the job
100 times easier.
way easier. Yep. Oh yeah. And so that's nice to have, the understanding of the job too, to know what you need, right? Because you can't just like, I don't know, buy a bunch of random stuff, but like if you don't know how to use it, it's useless.
Correct.
So yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. You need to understand the tools of the trade and how to use them.
That's it. It's the most important for sure.
Yeah. You got to learn the tough way first. You got to start off.
Yeah, you're using your hands, clawing at the ground, no shovel. Then you get a shovel.
Exactly. How long have you guys had that spot like right there in Chester on 95?
So my dad got it.
Location.
It's nice. It's a great spot. Good visibility too, if you know to look, I guess, right? But like,
I know to look. Yeah.
So I think he got it just under 10 years ago. So like maybe 8 or 9 years ago. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So
yeah, good for him, dude.
It's a cool spot. I like it over there.
That's fantastic. How often you hit up Boots and Bonnets?
I've been in. I've not been like a patron. So, but I know Alfonso, the owner. I've printed shirts for him a couple of times. He's a good dude, and it's super clean in there.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I've never been.
Yeah, it's super clean, and it pops off on a Thursday, Friday night.
Does it?
Yeah, because I've stayed late a couple times on Thursday and Friday, and there's like a ton more traffic, and now I know it's like, all right, Thursday, Friday, I got to cut out, like, because I don't want to be caught up in something that could go, bar That's fight funny. Lead into the parking lot or whatever.
The like that like whole little area like where Ash and Chester meet up, like right there on that turn.
Yeah.
Some of my dad's some of the garments. There's some garments that
he told me cousins over there.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So my dad told you that?
Yeah, we were talking. He had said he went in the because he knew Yanks and all. It's crazy.
It's nuts, right?
It's cool though. I love that.
Hilarious, dude. I love this with the pull it up. I love this with
it
the
is
pull
cool.
it up.
There we go.
Yeah. Well, let's get back to Jude the person here a little bit.
Oh man.
Yeah, Patrick, can you do me a favor? Can you Google Jude DiGiacomo, Susquehanna University? Fun fact about you, Mr. Jude. If you Google Jude DiGiacomo, which I did when you first like walked in the office.
Yeah.
This is like years ago. I'm not sure if you remember, but you walked in. I pulled up your Huddle high school highlights.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
So that was hilarious. Yeah. Do you remember we watched those up front? I pulled them up on the TV, and I had them pulled up there. But Huddle coming out of high school
forever.
Yeah, Huddle does live forever. Yeah, coming out of high school, you listed yourself as Jude DiGiacomo, 6'1", Garnet Valley, and then Susquehanna's got you at 5'11".
5'11".
So what is it? What is
Dude,
the truth?
what happened?
If you're 5'11",
What goes
Do you
wrong?
list yourself as 6 foot or 6'1"? Something happened.
6'1" is egregious, isn't it? I mean, who would have thought to put that?
I thought you were at least 6'1". Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dude,
Huddle.
I might be 5'10".
Yeah. Patrick, click the about.
I might be 5'10".
Yeah. No, see, I don't know if you have any highlights.
Wide receiver 2018. I don't think I have anything on Susquehanna.
No. So, yeah.
Timeline.
Patrick, if we do Jude DiGiacomo, Garnet Valley, that.
Dude, this is
Garnet
hilarious.
Valley huddle.
6'1".
That will pop up there. But I want to hear about this. Susquehanna, senior year, you took a fake punt on 4th and 6.
Yeah.
For 29 yards.
Took a fake punt. That's right. That's hilarious. Actually, that whole week we what was the name? I forget the practice name of it. Because it's a pre-snap call. Typically,
someone's like overloaded.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so the way that the linebacker was like stacked over the I forget the punt position names, if they're like L, right? Isn't it like a L1 or whatever? That's like the guard.
Personal
like
protector or whatever, yeah. Were you the personal protector of the punter?
I was a wing. So I like stepped back. Like I did the cool like offensive lineman block, you know what I'm saying? Like the wing block. Yeah, and so all week we practiced the opposite fake. Mm-hmm. So when he called whatever the play was for me, it's actually my buddy Cam, he called it, and I wasn't going to be like, did he mess up? Like, Cam doesn't ever mess up. Like, everything. He's just spot on. Yeah, he knows his stuff. He knows football. And, like, he said it. So I was like, I guess I'll go. You know, I'm the one that. It was cool. It was against Hopkins. So, like, it was a big game. We lost to them that year. But I don't know if we beat them when I was there ever. But, yeah, dude, that was so much fun.
29 yards, you took it, yeah.
That's sick. Yeah, it's a hell of a run, right?
Yeah, I couldn't find it. The video of it or anything like that, but yeah.
Oh, the video's not on there?
No. Yeah. You definitely do need to find the video of that somewhere. Yeah, because that's hilarious.
I had to have got like hawked down. I forget if the punt returner probably tackled me. Yeah. He had to.
Yeah. Isn't it so funny, like, you know, just having an athletic background and like, obviously we were talking about the Eagles and stuff before this, like when you practice something all week and then like it happens in the game.
Yeah.
Because I remember I have a vivid memory of us playing Malvern my senior year and like
football.
We never did a fake field goal, anything, right? And
what were you? What position were you?
On field goal team, I was holder.
Oh, yeah.
So I played quarterback in high school. And Malvern came out and they were like completely overloaded to this one side. And I'm like, our coach said this might happen.
Yeah, of course. So like you watch the film on it all week.
Yeah. So I make the call and I'm like, guys, we're gonna run the fake. And then they switch all the way over to the other side. So then I had to stand up again and be like, guys, the fake is off. Like,
yeah, of course.
We're just gonna kick it. And I'm like, but we hadn't practiced saying that. So like literally I stand up. I'm like, guys, we're not doing the fake. Like we're just gonna kick it. So I tell everybody. I'm like, guys, we're just gonna kick the ball.
It's your senior year too. It's Malvern.
Yeah. I'm like, we're just gonna kick it. We're just gonna kick it. But that is hilarious. So, Jude, do you remember when we first met or how we first met? Like, the last, like, I don't know, 10 plus years of my life is just kind of a blur going back. But your Garnet Valley class of 2014?
Yeah, 2014. I forget when. I mean, we definitely knew each other through Joey, probably, at Haverford, maybe.
Raymond? Legend.
Is that how we met?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
And so Joey and I were really close growing up.
Joey and Sherm, that whole...
Joey, Sherm, yep. And then I forget how else.
It's just like a blend of... There were just so many characters that those kids introduced me to.
He introduced me to a ton, too. I don't have a Facebook anymore. I wish I did, but those guys are all really good dudes. Online. I know. I don't have Facebook, man.
Personally,
I wish
you are.
Yeah, really? Yeah.
But FooDog, we can find
FooDog's on there. Yeah, it's on running. But yeah, definitely through Garnet Valley connections. And then my junior year of high school, we might have met. So 2013. So what's that now? 11 years we've known each other?
It's a long time.
Because you were in college at the time.
I was, yeah.
Delaware.
Yeah. So I'm like 4 years older than you. So I was like about to be a junior in college, yeah. But
I lost touch for years. We used to text all the time. Never texted like that.
That's good, dude. You picked up on a joke there. That was funny. That was funny. But yeah, Pat, can we go back to the click on the Susquehanna Jude DiGiacomo profile? Yeah, right here.
Here we go. What does it say?
And
2017.
I want to see, zoom out a little bit and click historical right there. Yeah, just click historical. Yeah. So wanted to see what we had.
What does it show?
Hold on. Yeah, click back.
Maybe it shows like my
bad.
pictures, huh? Like my headshots through the years.
Yeah, click historical.
Look at that.
Yeah, look at
wow.
that.
That's hilarious.
That's what I was checking
Look at
out.
2016,
right
dude.
I had a Three
Stooges tie on in 2016, and
that is some
I tied it, and then
serious
the knot was massive, and the tie came up to like my chest. You can't see it in the picture; it doesn't matter. But
yeah, so look at this. Yeah, is that some flow or what?
Yeah, my hair was long, man. I didn't cut it for a while. Well, I would like get it trimmed. I think I would hold it myself, but then my here's a funny story for you. So it's 2016. Going into my senior year, there was a scholarship at Susquehanna, and it was called the Stein Scholarship, and it was an alumni, and he had a grant, like a fund, and only like 4 students each year in the business school, Sigmund Way School of Business, would get it, and you got to pick anywhere in the world, and you got to live there for a summer and work at a company. So I had long hair. My advisor at the time, Dr. Oslansky, he had emailed me. He's like, hey, Jude, we talked about this. Like, this is something that you would want to do. And I was like, for sure. So I had wrote up like it had to be a 1-page single-spaced essay of why they should pick you or something, So I had him revise it real quick. I sent it to him, and I got the interview and went to the second round. But before the interview, I was like talking to my family. They're like, you got to get a haircut. Like, you can't go in looking like that. So I did cut it for the interview. Yeah. So I did. I looked up, what's his name? Johnny Depp in Public Enemy.
Okay.
So if you ever type in Johnny Depp in Public Enemy, that haircut's cool. And so I went to a local place in Selinsgrove, PA. Yeah. And I was just like, this is what I want. And they were all like, oh my God, like, and people around, because the hair was super long. And I was actually able to donate it to
Locks for Love?
Locks for Love, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the story of when I got rid of it.
No way. Yeah, I'm trying to switch up my hairstyle right now. I'm trying to go the Cooper DeJean.
Yeah, you got it. You guys kind of look alike, too. It's hilarious.
A little bit, yeah.
So what does he have? He's got like a buzz on the side.
Yeah.
Scissor cut up top.
Yeah, but I need to... I had nice family photos today, so I went with my classic comb over here. But yeah, my barber is a Dallas Cowboys fan. And he's like, hey, if anybody could pull it off, it's probably you. So I was like, word. He didn't say no.
Yeah, he's just hyped to cut your hair. Probably good time, right? Barbershop talk.
Yeah. Oh, I love barbershop talk. Love barbershop talk.
See, I bounce around. I'll go to like Great Clips for like a year. And then like I won't get a haircut for a year. Yeah. See, like when you have hair, my hair doesn't grow the same way as it used to. It's definitely starting to change up on me. What are you gonna do? It's tough. That's life, right? But I kind of already have this idea that Patrick probably knows too with having long hair. Like you could just go a while with that. And you just kind of cut it yourself in places that you need to, like sideburns around the ear, like, and then the rest of it just it's something that can live without, wear a hat, whatever, but. Yeah, so I don't have like a barber.
Yeah. How long have you been dating your girl?
3.5 years now.
Gotcha. So she's never seen the hair this wild, or what?
Never had it long. I had it like kind of. I'd be able to pull it back, not tie it back though. Long. Mm-hmm. It's only ever been like that in my past life.
Kate, come back here. Yeah. So now we're all set up. So Patrick can pull some stuff up. This is what Jude used to look like.
Yeah, you can take a look.
Check it out.
I didn't just spawn here.
Look at my hair.
Wow, that's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, it wasn't the cleanest. It was clean. I mean, I used shampoo and conditioner.
Were you getting with hair like that or what?
No, I was a quiet guy. I didn't go out or anything. I was chilling. Yeah, simple, kept to myself. Usually had a girlfriend of some sort or something.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, yeah, dude, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. So FooDog, we've been going on 4 years of FooDog here. What do we think the next 4 look like?
That's a good question. Geez. Do you plan out 4 years ahead?
I have like a couple, like, I call them, I read a book. You like this, I don't know.
Who, Not How?
Who not how? Yeah, that one. Yeah. But BHAG. So big, hairy, achievable goals. So
Okay.
big goals that they're big, they're hairy, they're a little scary,
Okay. Yeah.
but achievable. If we can break them down,
Yeah.
5 years. All right. Well, if I want to be here in 5 years, where do I have to be in 3 years? Where do I have to be? In a year and a half, all the way back down to 90 days. This week sort of deal. So
I like that.
yeah. So 4 years.
I learned from Mike Rickey, high school football coach, the best way to set a goal is through SMART, the acronym SMART.
Okay, let's hear it. Yeah, break it down.
SMART is specific.
We're sending this to Coach Ricky.
Right on. He would be disappointed if I messed any of these up, to say the least. So S is specific. So your goal has, a reasonable, I don't know if reasonable is the right word, but you can describe exactly what it is you're trying to do. Not like, I want to
be better at lacrosse.
Yeah, be better at lacrosse too. Thanks for that. Help me out here. But I want to be able to, cut my mile time by 15 seconds. That's specific. Measurable is M. Do you know the SMART? Do you know the acronym?
I'm familiar.
Cool. So you got to help me out if I mess up. So M, measurable, something that has a timeline. A is attainable.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so attainable is not like, I can dunk or I want to dunk. Like, I don't think I'd be able to dunk. No, I can't. No. But I guess I maybe would be able to learn. Like, if I squatted enough, maybe that's possible. So maybe not dunk, but like go to the NBA. There's literally no shot ever. So that's not attainable. SMAR. R is, help me out here.
I don't know what R is.
Look it up, I guess. Is it realistic? Realistic and attainable go hand in hand in some sense. I wonder if the difference between the two lies in what I had said about like the NBA versus dunking.
This one says relevant.
Relevant?
Yeah, relevant.
To your life and like why would I want to go to the NBA? Like maybe jump higher can make me a better athlete, healthier life.
R says realistic.
Relevant. I think it's relevant because achievable and realistic seem to be synonyms of one another. But and then T is it timely? Did it say at the bottom?
Yeah, time bound.
Time bound.
Yeah.
Cool. So I haven't done that in a while.
Thank you, Coach Ricky.
Yeah, thank you, Coach Ricky. I haven't necessarily like sat down and spent the time to specifically consider these goals. More so just
no better time than right now.
No better time than right now. Yeah, I guess like the way the business is going, I have seen growth year over year, and that's largely in part because this is the first year I've been doing it full time. So I have some good, I guess, measures I can use to project the future, which isn't necessarily something I was able to do as accurate before. And so if I were to come up with a goal right here, right now for the next 4 years, I would like to have, maybe like 2 staff members help out, something with admin and something with like sales. I think I still, like we had spoke before on the phone, I still want to be on the production side of things. But it would be nice to hire a role that is more back office. So I guess my goal at that period of time would be to come up with a system in place to hire someone.
Hell yeah. Love that.
So
love that. So what do you like to do like in your business? We talked about, kind of what you do. We talked about, how it works, but like, what do you like to do? Like we were trying the live printing thing there for a little while.
Best thing, I think my favorite thing is guerrilla marketing.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I'm just getting a little hot here.
For sure.
Gotta loosen up the buttons a bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect timing right here.
Yeah, life on the app.
I love that.
I got a bunch over here for you guys. Nice. A little gift.
Hell yeah. We love getting gifts.
The mic. But
guerrilla marketing. Yeah.
So I like guerrilla marketing the most. This is a large, but I got a bunch of other like XLs and all in here for you guys. Everyone gets a life on the app shirt. I think that's like what gets me most excited, like being able to just come up with an idea and put it on a shirt or a hoodie. Yeah, there's a bunch of yeah. That's a small. I think there's a couple blue extra large.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the XL on right now.
XL.
Perfect.
And
no straight lacrosse camps. Put it on. Put it on.
When do you come up with your ideas? Like, is it something that you'll just be like walking, like
in the shower?
Yeah. And do you have to like right after write it down, or like?
Yeah, 100%. I send myself an email.
See, like visually, when I come up with an idea for something, I try not to write it down right away, because then I'll just get distracted. Like I think to like be into fun designs and all, you're just like you have the nature of just like constantly having random ideas and fun thoughts. Yeah. So when I thought of that, it never really like went away. And I just wanted to do like the street going through the O, simple. I was like, it's kind of cool. I didn't know if you guys had a logo or not, but
no, we don't. Not for
this. We're rocking life on the Ave.
Yeah. A little bit.
So guerrilla marketing, you're familiar with it. Mm-hmm. You guys do it all the time. I like doing it because I have access to being able to print shirts just about whenever I want. And so people have to wear shirts, so it's fun if they put their logo on it, or like their own, side project. I guess this is more of a, what would you call having a podcast? Just like a it's like a segment of your
This is Patrick's
marketing.
Yeah.
It's a marketing. I mean, it's cool. So yeah, that's like my favorite thing, guerrilla marketing. I remember learning that in class too, in high school. Like, I don't know if it was like a marketing class or whatever, but I just thought it was so unique.
Yeah. I literally saw like an example of guerrilla marketing the other day. DHL, like
the courier service, or the transportation,
like transportation services. They painted like a bunch of like black boxes, and like the paint would eventually like wear off after a couple hours. And like underneath was a box that said DHL does it faster, like delivers faster. And then like they literally like videoed these boxes of like UPS drivers and like USPS drivers like walking through, and like the boxes are changing colors, and it's a guy from UPS like holding it. And I love marketing and ad agencies and all that fancy stuff. So we're always trying to figure out what's next, trying to get ahead of the curve there. So on the podcast tip, I wish I started my podcast in 2020 instead of 2022, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, now you're already doing it for 2 years, so
we're rolling.
Yeah,
we're rolling.
It'll have another 2 years, 4 years.
Yeah. Patrick, we'll be like McCusker there in a minute, right?
What's your 4-year goal? I didn't ask you. You didn't tell me yours, because I wasn't really smart. I'll have to follow up with you about mine.
So I'm still working on a few goals. So I have 3 goals that I set at the beginning of last year. Number 1 was to get a shore house.
Cool.
So I got that.
Right on. Congratulations.
Number 2, I need a new primary house because my kids share a bedroom.
Yeah.
And it's a little tiny.
Okay.
So we're either going to put an addition on our house, or been looking at houses in Garnet Valley in Delaware. So trying to figure it out. And then number 3, I need a new car. So those are my 3
right on
goals right there.
For your car, is that something that like there's a dream car of yours, or is it more so to just like A to B?
Vehicle.
Bigger. What are you looking at? New, used? What's your
Honda Pilot? Honda Pilot. Picked out.
Yeah, cool. Honda Pilot's nice. 4-wheel drive, right?
Yeah.
Nice. And it has a 3rd row seating?
Need a 3rd row seat, bucket seats in the back. Yeah.
Perfect.
Got to be black too.
Yeah, like a nice black car.
Interior options are optional, but yeah.
Interior options, you just want to see the price tag. Show me what it's worth, what the odometer's at. Yeah, and then at that point, if it's leather or fabric, I'm not really going to be picky.
Yeah, no, we'll see. But yeah, dude, I love that.
Great
so one thing that I really like that you do, and I think like, similar like Barstool like cranks out shirts and stuff like for big stuff. I wear it literally. It's my new Eagles game day shirt. Birds of a feather.
Oh yeah. That's
together.
So Frank, who we were talking about before with the TV.
Yeah.
That's his design. And he set up the store and everything. And I
wear that shirt as soon as it comes out of the wash. I put it on.
Really, it's cool.
My favorite shirt.
So that brand is sweet. We should print them for you guys. Los Angeles Apparel, and they're all American made. And it takes a little bit to get shipped from Los Angeles. It's all ground, so it takes almost like a week. But dude, the shirt's sweet. The way it fits, it kind of drops further on your arm. I bet than another shirt. A little tighter in the collar, right?
Yeah.
Is that yeah? It's kind of boxier. It's like a boxy fit.
Yeah, exactly. And I like it because like I'm a bigger guy and like.
You don't feel tight in it. It's comfortable.
No,
I like that too. I don't like a tight shirt. I don't think I ever have. To have a little bit of room is like nice. If it's too tight, you're
correct.
I sweat a lot, pit stains and all. Yes. Yeah, it's not good. People are like, does this guy like have hygiene? No, I have hygiene. I shower and wear deodorant, but like Just sweating. Yeah. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, Mary Kate's getting ready to sign me up for like Botox injections.
To not
dude,
sweat.
I'm not that bad.
Oh wow.
I'm not that bad.
I wonder though if there's an adverse effect to that because you need to sweat, right? I mean, isn't there
100%.
something beneficial to it? I mean, it's got to be good for us.
Yeah. Sweating's good.
It's got to, yeah.
Yeah.
I like to sweat.
Good for the But yeah, like that's like one of my favorite shirts. And then also like one of my favorite things that you do is like give you an idea and just like watch you run with it. And like when you came back with the Wilmington with the GG logo in there, I was like,
cool.
That's sick.
Dude, I love that.
Yeah. And then
that is that original? You guys weren't using Wilmington like that?
No.
Ever.
Had no idea.
When I think it was by mistake. I had typed it on the like Adobe Illustrator and I was like, that's perfect. Because it's in the middle. It's not like it's anywhere other than
it's perfect.
Yeah, it's cool. I did that
perfect.
little cutout thing. You see the Instagram cutout I used on Saturday?
Yeah.
I did hashtag Wilmington. I did that online and I clicked it. There's none.
No, there's not.
You guys got to build that hashtag out a little bit. Right? That's how it works, I guess. Maybe it's not to like press you to have a certain hashtag, but
no, I like that. Yeah. If you hashtag Garmin Takeover, you'll see a lot of stuff.
Garmin, okay.
Yeah.
I'll start using it.
Yeah, my dad tags everything Garmin Takeover.
Nice. He had a cool mug post the other day.
Oh yeah. We both
got a notification. That's sweet.
Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, like those shirts, I rock that one. And I feel like the Ty Morrell cheesesteak one.
Great shirt.
Very similar.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
So don't beat
your meat. Or
don't.
whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody beats our meat.
Nobody beats our meat. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a similar fit shirt that I love to rock. And I think swag is just it's cool. Like I like it. It's super visual, which I like. So like I love like when we're going back and forth on the designs and everything and stuff. And I love just watching an idea like come together. Like last year when I was like on one, I was like, look, St. Patrick's order and summer order.
Yeah.
And then like literally the other day, Mary Kate was like, hey, we're doing a winter swag order.
I was like,
sweet. Yeah.
It's
and
gonna be nice.
Send me the stuff and I'm
gray crew neck, real big. I started that. I brought the screen over here, but I reburned it to set up. That'll be nice. I'm happy with that design. I started using too on my website. There's a company. It's called Graphics Flow, and they have just like these pre-made design templates.
Okay.
I don't know if you've checked it out yet, but it's pretty cool. And so it's just helpful for coming up with like inspiration and all, because like that layout and new format sometimes you just like, get repetitive. Like this, I just did myself. I didn't use like a template or anything because like the road and all, but
sexy.
It's simple, it's fun, but the way they have the word placement and like an icon or a symbol it's real like professional. So
Hell yeah.
I'll send you that link to look at some stuff.
I love that. Well, yeah, dude, we've been chopping it up here for a little bit. Anything else you want to tell the people? Anything else we should know about Jude FooDog?
Not
Where
really.
can we find you?
On Instagram, the handle is at FooDog.printing. Yeah, you can go to my website, FooDogPrinting.com, to learn more about us. Check out some pictures, some jobs we've done. You can go on the Garmin's page to see like their gear. Yeah, you can just reach out to me. My phone number is all through like that Instagram and all.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We get direct to Jude.
Yeah. I have a work phone number. I don't typically use it as much as my cell. It's just easier, your cell is always on you. The work phone sometimes it's dead. It just sits in like the desk or something, but. So definitely just email me or shoot me a message on Instagram. Reach out to Vince, yeah.
That's too funny. Well, appreciate everybody tuning in to another episode of Life on the Ave. Jude, it's been an absolute pleasure. Anybody ever needs any screen printing, embroidery, online store, live printing, custom design logo work, this is our guy Jude. So if you've been wondering, hey, where the hell are the Garmin's getting all this dripped out swag from? This is the man behind the magic. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks so much. Love y'all.